everyone and welcome again to our channel. In today's video, we are going to study a very important topic of modern research that is called natural language processing. Well, what is actually natural language processing? It is actually an interdisciplinary field that uses computational method to investigate the properties of languages written by human. Also try to understand the syntax and the semantics of a particular language and use this information to develop machines that can interact with humans effectively. Natural language processing actually plays an important role in machine learning techniques such as automating deconstruction and adaptation of machine dictionary. It means that by communicating with humans based on experience, the natural language processing makes new dictionaries. It means it has the ability to increase the size of dictionary. When it listens something new from a human agent, it adds this information in the dictionary. Similarly, modeling human agents, desires and beliefs, so it should be able to understand the emotions of human that are communicated maybe by voice or maybe by text, and based on this information can reply to human agent. It is also closer to AI. In this particular lecture, we will focus on two main types of natural language processing. One of them is human-computer dialogue system, and the other one is machine translation. So, what is human-computer dialogue system? Actually, it is uses with the computer modeling a human dialogue participant. So, it means that a computer will perform the function of a human. It should be able to converse in a similar linguistic style like a human, should be able to discuss a topic, and hopefully it may be able to teach to an audience about a specific topic. So here actually the computer program is replicating a human behavior. Capability of the system: simple voice communication with machines. So these machines are able to perform simple communication, or I can say that a limited communication with personal computers, interactive answering machines. So these are few examples. This, they can understand your voice. For example, you want to dial a number through your telephone. You just spell that number and ask the computer or your telephone to do it itself, and you don't need to even touch any touchpad, and it can do it for you. Same for vehicle systems. Same is for the system. They are now installed in our houses. If we want to switch on a light or switch off a light, so we just give instruction to our computer, our system by voice, and it understands that information. In some cases, it can reply to us. It can tell us about some danger, some is not going well. There is risk in something, so it can communicate to us also this information. So this limited communication with machines is currently possible using the dialogue system. Also, we can access online content. We can ask for it by Google, please search this thing for us, and Google can reply us back with the search results. And even can ask, tell us that which are more suitable according to our need. What is future? Future is that the machine should be able to communicate seamless. What is the meaning of seamless? Seamless means that it should be very smooth communication without any gaps and delays. Well, that was actually the idea of the Turing test. When a Turing machine was made, the concept was that it should be able to fool the human so that human do not understand that the other side, the person that is communicating is a person or a machine. The machine should be able to communicate like this in such a smooth manner that it should be able to fool a human agent. So this is the future. In future, what we expect from our dialogue system that they should be able to replicate humans and should be able to fool other audience. We also already have some character in fiction, in movies, in some books, fiction about fiction related to fiction, such as there is a character Hola Cortana AI, where there they said that some machines are made as a copy of human brain, and this program are able to run the ships, aeroplane, and can move and they can talk like human. Similarly, another one is Ender's Game series. Was written by Jane. It was like for human communication or to communicate, it performed the function of humans. Machine were used. So the fiction characters, these two are mentioned here, that are behaving like human and were able to communicate like human, but they are fiction characters. Problems actually mostly with this dialogue system is that our machines has a limited capability still. So if you are going to talk to some agent, for example, an online on an online shop or a banking website, and you want to get some information, that is not usual one. So the computer will tell you again and again that sorry, didn't get that. So and it will repeat the same sentence many times. This way, a human can easily identify that one is a computer or a program that is repeating itself, because that capability is still limited. This is same is written over here. At the moment, most common computer dialogue system, car system, chatterbots cannot handle arbitrary inputs. In most of the cases, the computer can only respond to expected speech, usual speech. Success. But if we talk about success, also we have system electronic calling systems, company specific. So some companies have their own systems. They have some limited memory and up to a limited purpose. They are working well. Similarly, travel agents online for ticket reservations, these systems are working very well. In some cases, even complex systems are working well, such as for physics theoretic system named as ITSpoke. It can analyze and explain error in the response to a physics problem. Also, it allows more complex inputs than just yes, no. So input can be and output input can be more and output can be also just other than yes and no can also be some different words or some different responses, not just true or false, but some different responses, just like human do it. Or sometimes human don't want to reply to an answer yes or no and want to keep himself in the middle of both those words to banish them. And same functions a machine can somehow perform up to a specific capability. And still after all this, still we cannot compare it to true human dialogue. Second one here we are going to talk about machine translation. It is important for accessing information in a foreign language. Now there are a lot of languages and a lot of text available online in different languages, and it has been assumed that most of this text available on internet is other than in English language. So we need an agent that can translate information from one language to another language. There are statistical translations such as rule-based mechanism is used, nature translations are used, Google is used, where there are some rule I'll mention that if this type of keywords are in this string, so this is how you are going to translate them. But there are some rules behind them. So these are not intelligent. This is based on some rules. Same example is quoted here that some small parallel lines can be very accurately translated from English to Japanese language. Paraphrasing in some cases when the sentence is very complicated and the computer do not understand it well based on the semantic and syntax, so it perform a paraphrasing. It means that it arrange it according to the language. Such as in case of English, we have a structure called SVO, subject, verb, and object. Similarly, different have languages have different rules. So it reorganizes the sentence to make it understandable and then to translate it appropriately to another language. Future of machine translation, it is aimed to be able to flawless translate language. So it can translate languages in real time, which means a person is writing something text and the machine is efficiently able to translate it to another language. Or someone is speaking something in one language, the machine can instantly translate it to another language. Same in case of video chat. In fiction, we have seen this machine translation in Star Wars movie and then Star Trek movie, where it was said that computers can translate the alien language. Human were communicating with them through English, and there was some different alien language, and the machines were able to translate them efficiently, even in real time. Problem with it that it only works well with some predictable text. That means when the text is instant, it's coming instant, and the program do not have knowledge about it. Well, such a kind of text will be poorly translated from one language to another language. For example, in some cases when computer do not understand the syntax and the overall meaning of the sentence, it will not translate it well, and it cannot understand actually the syntax and semantics of the particular language. Here it's mentioned there that time flies like an arrow, and it is written that fruit flies like a banana. Fruit flies like a banana. So machine cannot understand it. Is it right? Is it wrong? Or what should be the syntax? What words are here right? And what are missing? These type of things. It is difficult for machine to understand this ambiguity. Here is we have very interesting example that there is a Chinese restaurant. In his Chinese name is written over there in Chinese language that actually means in English language that dining hall. But when the owner of that dining hall want to translate it from Chinese to English language, there was an error was produced, and he got this message on his screen written translation server error. And since the owner do not didn't know anything about English language, he thought it is the proper translation. So he wrote like this on the main entrance of this dining hall. It's written in picture firstly the dining hall in Chinese language and then translate server error, that is from this translation into English language. Success, yeah, we have a lot of success also, because for translating from text from one language to another language. In many languages we are already doing it, especially languages like Latin languages. A lot of work has already been done, and it helps us to reduce our staff. So we do not need people to sit and translate text, but machines can do their work. So it will become more cheaper, and in some cases it is more accurate. We have example like Microsoft, Outdesk, Symantec, and Intel. They uses those machine translating software. It makes customer happier, works more efficiently, and in some cases more works more trickier or more chunkier than human translators. Thanks for watching today's video, and please don't forget to subscribe.